Yeah. That's it. Okay. Sure didn't miss a lot of things. But I mean, the party's never been all that intelligent, so... Same disclaimers as last time. We've recorded this months ago. Originally meant to be released on Nameless Domain. But we are now here, on a new channel, on TheMandii's channel. So, sit back, prop your feet up, feel a little better about yourself. Because at least, you're not these four fools. Bye. Good time zone, everybody, and welcome to Curse of Sapphics. My name is Aki, or Kino, if you're feeling fancy. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me on several projects all over the internet at some variation of Akinomi_art. I will be your lovely game mother, because that's what everybody started calling me, and so now that's my title. I'm going to be your lovely game mother as we embark on a treacherous adventure called Curse of Sapphics. This is an actual play and a retelling of Curse of Strahd, which is an adventure book for D&D 5th edition. We, however, will be doing things a little differently. Curse of Sapphics is a multi-dimensional system swap to Pathfinder 2e Remastered. This will follow 4 queer adventurers where the fuck am I on this damn intro?
You just have an existential crisis, like all of a sudden.
Yeah, I lost my place and I cannot find it. Who cares? I feel like you would have heard this intro before at the very least. The only thing I remember is if you don't like, I don't know, gay people and then people of color, you can go fuck yourself. And the only thing I really care in terms of accuracy is the health and safety of my players, and also the cultural aspects that I included with the help of sensitivity consultants. Joining me today, we have our semi-delirious cast. So please tell us a bit about yourselves, your characters, ancestry, class, yada yada yada. And what do you think of your first meeting with Lady Strahd? We're gonna go in alphabetical order, and you're gonna see how ridiculous this is. So we're gonna start with Joe.
I've never been first whenever this happens, like alphabet wise, so this is very nice. Sorry, that was my heater. I really liked for me at least, the fear of it all. I don't know. I like the idea that like Strahd is just so much more powerful than like at least my character. I want to say any of us right now was just very like intimidating, and like having that contrast between like badass women who are just like, I take no shit, and then my character being like, I'm actually really affected by the words that you're saying. I don't know, it just like that highlight, it was just really, really cool. And I always liked having something to work up to in terms of like, oh, this is like the standard that Strahd is setting of like power levels. So I don't know, I just thought it was really, really cool. Plus she's just badass. I don't know, she dropped her pen while she was riding in the air. Yeah, I didn't forget, Aki. I didn't forget that she dropped her pen. That is ingrained in my memory now. But no, that was pretty cool.
I think next is Josephine.
What was the question again?
Besides your introducing yourself, what do you think of Lady Strahd?
Oh wait, we had to introduce ourselves?
Yeah, you always introduce yourself. I thought you did.
Oh, okay, sorry guys. Hi, my name is Joe. You can find me anywhere on the internet under Sugi_Joe. Sometimes there's a 7, figure it out. And I play Christopher Inkwolf, who's a puppet. And I feel like now what I said about Strahd will make more sense. Anyways, hi.
I'm Josephine, at Scary Dog Friend. I am playing Maria, lovely beastkin flesh warp mom figure. Fuck Strahd. We hate Strahd. I hate Strahd. Women are wrong.
Women are wrong. Next
Wow.
is Mandy.
How do I even follow up with that? Hi everybody, I'm Mandy, or TheMandii, as you know me all over the internet. I am playing Ellie, the Kitsune bard slash summoner slash ray of sunshine. And what do I think of my first encounter with Lady Strahd? I think I'm ready to fight God. Yeah. That's all I got.
And now it's you, Mimi.
Hello, I am Mimi, also known as Michelle Jones. You can find me most places as Alessia Kills. I am playing Aisha Akanyemi, the Tiefling Shisk fighter. Here's the thing, Aisha doesn't keep a diary, but if she did, it would just be like page after page of like, I hate Strahd so much. I hate her stupid pretty hair, and I hate her manicured nails, and I hate her stupid cool outfit. It would just be that for like way too many pages.
I feel like it's giving Mean Girls.
Like her perfect nails and her full
The
lips
burn
and her
book.
piercing eyes.
Yeah, it's just the song Loathing from Wicked.
The gayest song in any kind of musical, I will say. Also, I feel like it's just Aisha, like at the dead of night, just like writing. I'm just like, I wanted to press me up against the wall, and I don't know why.
That feels so accurate.
I'm so glad we could put the Sapphic in some Sapphics. Thank you. All right. Before we get to the recap, we're gonna do just a very, very brief words about safety. Curse of Sapphics is a grim, dark, gothic horror fantasy adventure. My players and I have done many session zeros in preparation for this campaign. For content warnings, there should be a little command thing you can do. I would advise that you check it out so that way you know relatively what you're getting yourself into. Otherwise, I think now is the time where I dangle a hero point in front of my players, you know, nice and shiny, and be like, okay, who wants it? Who wants it for the recap? There'll be combat this episode. Who wants it?
Listen, I am prepared, but I have been leaving space for everybody else because I did like the first three, I think.
Yeah, but you're also like a dedicated note taker, and my ADHD doesn't remember names. So if I have to recap, it's just like, so we talked to some people, and then there was Strahd, who's gay, and more gay things happened. Maria and Christopher had a moment. He had a freak out, and then we all went to bed. Like, I cannot recap.
Hey, that
but I would like
perfect.
that hero
Pretty
point.
good recap.
Hey, perfect recap. That's everything that happened.
That
That's
is everything that
happened.
happened, actually. Yes,
That is everything that happened.
You're not wrong.
Did a blood
It's just
transfusion?
blood
Oh.
transfusion
Blood
happened? Yep.
transfusion. Mhm.
And then also we want to now go back now. We want to go back to whence we came, because we decided to do a little loop-de-loop, a little wraparound.
Mhm. Yeah, you specifically want to see Madame Eva, because Madame Eva might be able to point you into directions you want to go. And you are technically also simultaneously doing an escort mission. That being taking Irina to somewhere safe. So you have two additional people traveling with you, with your little party of 4. Yeah. Honestly, that's pretty much it. Unless anybody else wants to go for it, I'm okay with giving the hero point to Joe.
Yeah, I think Joe earned that hero point.
That was good.
Yeah, you earned it.
There you go, hero point for you. Also, you broke my pen.
Yes! I feel the pen. I also feel like I will need it, given that there's battle in this session, and I am but yay tall. So I feel like I might need all of the hero points I can get. Unless, actually, I might just stand behind Aisha. I might switch from Maria to Aisha and just be like, you're my new carrier now.
Hey, all of you are standing behind me. It's fine.
Uppies! Uppies!
All
That's
right.
fair, we will all stand behind you.
All right, recap done. Let's get into the meat of this. Last time we left off, y'all were leaving the village by foot, so you know that this is going to take a while. Traveling in Barovia sucks. The roads are made. There are roads. They're just not well kept. Ellie, you in particular, you would know that the roads go from dirt to semi-paved. And when I say semi-paved, I don't mean like nice and smooth. I mean things like cobblestone just appears. Like they were trying to do something and then got interrupted, or perhaps the ravages of time took over instead. Either way, sucks ass if you don't have a cart or horses or anything of the sort. It's uneven and annoying as hell. And also somewhere in between. The weather is somewhere in between making the ground soft, but also too warm. It's like muggy, but also cold. Like if you were to take off your sweater, you're like, damn, those do be goosebumps forming on my skin. So like,
Not for me, but maybe
yeah,
for everybody else.
for everybody else. The best way to put it is that it's a very annoying time. I think two of you are actually very fine in terms of like if it ever gets too cold, and I don't think Christopher can't. What? Sorry, I said Christopher can't, and then your camera started moving, and I was like, oh.
Christopher can, actually. Christopher can do anything he sets his mind to. Don't crush a little man's dreams. Have you met him? His fragile masculinity is this close to breaking. Shattering, actually.
But yeah, Christopher doesn't necessarily feel weather, but you can feel temperature low-key. So yeah, I mean, I guess it just sucks for two of you. As you continue on foot, you will notice the towering trees whose tops are lost in heavy gray mist, which then block out all but this gray light. So that's how you know it's daytime. Yeah, everything is just kind of stuck in this weird monotonous, I don't know, coloring, setting, atmosphere. The tree trunks are unnaturally close to one another, and the woods have the silence of a forgotten grave, as per se. And, Ellie.
Yes.
There's a very familiar scent in the air, something that takes you back to when you first got separated from your caravan. You know what this is, and it is more pungent and stronger. Truthfully, I think anybody with a more pristine sense of smell would be able to know what the scent of death smells like. There is a corpse somewhere. And Ellie, you remember smelling this way back. Now it is so much like it lingers in the air. It like it's heavy, like a layer of it. You see, I'm assuming Cardi is on your person.
Oh, always. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see Cardi will look towards its direction. This is, of course, your choice of what you'd like to do. But like in terms of if you were to pinpoint like where you got lost and stuff like that, you're thinking here?
Might be easier to find. Madame Eva.
Maybe.
I will look to the group and say, Not sure if anybody else can smell that, but I have a feeling we should probably check it out.
Certainly, if you think so.
Can anybody else in the party smell it?
I'll do a quick perception.
Yeah, I can
check.
do.
Yeah, I
we
was
can
gonna
do
say
checks.
do perception rolls because I don't think anybody else has.
In smelling.
Yeah.
I do not have super smelling.
24.
Sorry, the way that you said that was so deadpan. I was just like, I don't have super smelling.
Super smelling.
I just don't. My nose doesn't work that way. It doesn't bend that way.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
just a little fox. I can hear good and smell good.
I rolled a 2, so that's a 9.
Oof.
Aisha, you're just focused on not getting lost.
Aisha doesn't have to worry about this. We'll smell. We'll smell
Yeah.
every smell for her.
So I just ask Ellie, what is it?
It smells like death, but it smells the same as the death I smelled when I got separated from the Vistani. So I'm wondering if I go and find the spot where I got lost, maybe it will help us find the Vistani faster, I hope.
Do we need to be prepared for anything?
Well, when I got separated from them, there was a rather massive attack of wolves. That's why I got separated from them.
Okay.
But I'm not smelling wolves right now. Right?
Yeah, I think you say
Dungeon Mother.
Yeah. No wolves. You don't. I mean, if you were to look at the trees, it wouldn't take long for you to see, like, the same territorial marks, but like. You kind of would see that kind of like everywhere at this point. Like, is this wolf territory? Yeah, probably. Do you like see any trace of them right now? No, not at all.
I don't think they're here right now, so I tend to always be prepared for something to jump out at me, but I don't think we're in immediate danger.
at the words "smell of death," Aisha is already like putting her hand on the handle of her hammer and is just like, "Which way?"
This way, and I'll guide.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send Cardi ahead
Party
to
ahead.
scout. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also with the 24, you do smell it now that it's been like pointed out.
Yeah.
Or maybe you always could smell it, but now that you think about it, you're like, yeah, no, this is actually it really shouldn't be the natural scent of a forest, pine and death. It's not
I think
not very nice.
I've just had like a little like perfume pouch, maybe like close to my nose, just to like make me happy. And I'm just like, I take it away like, oh shit, like, like I'm aware of what's happening, and maybe I'll not have perfume in my nose the entire time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. Okay, I like to think that like Maria smells like lavender and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I shared my special bath oil with her.
Exactly.
As well as Aisha. We just all smell like lavender now.
Yeah.
I want to be stealthy in our approach because I'm feeling a little skittish about being in this area again.
Mm-hmm.
Also, point of order, Aki. My drained, despite having that full night's rest, I still have drained one.
Yeah,
right?
you will.
Okay.
You will be drained one for a week. If anything,
That's right.
now you'll be drained. Now it's like 6 more days.
Yeah.
In game days. So like as you travel, it'll be like time will pass, and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna take that note real quick because it has been a day, so 6.
Everyone just continues to note that Maria is like just a little somehow more tired looking. I mean, the nice thing for Maria here anyway is that like she is constantly covering like the top half of her face and horns, but it might be in like the little what seemed like bursts of energy, like maybe it's just a little bit more sluggish in the long arms and like trying to like keep her body upright because it's still very foreign and strange.
Yeah, the roads don't help at all either, because I believe your feet are hoofed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like when it changes from dirt to cobblestone, it's really like a
My
weird
my
thing to
ankles
go
on the
over.
cobblestones, man.
Yeah,
it's
and
rough.
it's like your feet would be bigger too than
Yeah.
an average cow, so it's actually really not. It is not meant for you. I think your feet would be bigger than like horses and stuff like that. It's actively not helping you. If you had like horseshoes on, I don't think that would help much either. It just kind of sucks ass for Maria.
And she's like, she knows that if she got down on all fucking like fours basically and like changed her shape, which she has not done quite yet in front of the party, it would be a lot more comfortable. But like there is like a pride there where she's like, I don't want to literally be a cow in front of everyone, so she's just uncomfortable.
Super valid. Anyways, stealth was mentioned. So if
Yes.
if you guys want to be stealthy, please make those stealth
We're gonna
rolls.
fucking try.
I rolled after I said it. I got a 14 though.
Given that I'm probably still within Maria's chest pocket, should I also roll for stealth, or should I roll to like assist Maria in being stealthy, because I'm not technically walking?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, and like you, if you wanted to like aid, that would make sense. Yeah. Otherwise, you
Alright.
don't have to roll. Period. You just gotta like explain how are you aiding Maria. Like I would accept something like I'm keeping my mouth shut. Like
I'm not yapping the entire time.
yeah, the
Um,
yapping. No.
I think it's a 6, 17. Yeah, so maybe if that works, I feel like if anything, Christopher might be like peeking out and like advising her where to step, because I feel like as an adventurer, he might know where to like step in muddy ground so it doesn't make a lot of noise. So he's maybe like directing her, being like, wait, no, right, left, straight kind of thing. If that's okay with Maria, I don't
No,
want to
yeah.
impose. Maybe she's just like, fuck you. I know where to step.
No, I love
But-
that. I think she is gonna have you perch on her shoulder so that you can like whisper, maybe. And thank God for that. I got a 19 because my stealth is flat
You stealth is like, did you roll like a 19
on the die. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
and
of
then, and then
Christopher.
with that aid, it would be like a +2 for you, so it'd be like 21. Aisha, are you trying to be quiet?
So here's the thing: you all are being very stealthy and quiet, and then Aisha, you just hear clank, clank, clank. She's wearing
No.
heavy armor. I got another 2. If this happens again, I am just going to get up and go get my physical dice because this app doesn't like me.
All right, clink clank. Aisha steps in the thickest mud, and it goes, like it makes that noise, and then and Aisha has to pull her leg up, and there's like a God knows, okay, the folly is going to be insane. The quietest amongst you is ironically the siblings. Irina and Ismark are so surprisingly light on their feet. And they're staying, I wouldn't say they're not crouching or anything like that. They're just minding where they step, and they're able to take bigger strides because of it. I would say you as a group though are able to remain relatively relatively quiet as you continue to follow the scent. Cardi is leading the way, and kind of just as you follow Cardi, the foul scent leads you to a human corpse half buried in the underbrush about 15 feet from the road. The young man appears to be a commoner. His muddy clothes are torn and raked with claw marks. Crows have been at the body, which is also surrounded by paw prints. The man has obviously been dead for several days, and he holds a crumpled envelope in one hand.
Before I do anything in regards to the body, do I recognize this man?
You do not. I would say that this is just miscellaneous guy, but
I look to Cardamom. I say, is the soul still here like the other one?
Cardi's gonna shake their head, but also kind of just there is like a vibe you feel from Cardi where they're trying to think of how to explain it to you. And so I think for you, I would accept like an occult or occult, religion, arcana, anything really. If you'd like to understand the cycle of life.
Let's see. Arcana's +6, occult +6, religion +7. I think occultism is probably the most appropriate though.
Can I see how far the decay has gone? Bugs, just like do like a medicine.
Yeah, medicine check. That's what it would be.
As much as I love these dice, they're hard to read. That's a 21.
21.
I also think Christopher will summon Tiny to get the crumpled up node carefully.
Mm-hmm. Good points. Okay, so 21 for the occultism. So Cardi and you sometimes have conversations, though the conversations are not the most in depth. And personally, you have been advised that's just because you got to build your strength, your skills, and your connections with your summon, and then perhaps one day you will be able to have a full blown conversation, kind of the way that Tiny can. Just things are a little bit different.
Right.
However, Cardamom is you're able to understand most of everything that Cardamom wants to convey and stuff, but when it comes to details like this, it's a little bit harder because there are, like, for lack of better words, there are academic terms here. However, Cardamom,
I do have lore academia if you want me to roll that too.
Oh, you do. Okay, yeah. Roll. You know what? No, I'm just gonna lower the DC for this then.
Okay.
Just because you have the lore.
I'm a college student.
You're a college girly. So, based on your education, your learned background, you're able to kind of like summarize what Cardi is trying to convey to you, and that is that some people have souls here, and when they die, the souls don't leave. They don't linger in the body either. They're stuck here. The bodies decay, rot, do whatever. The souls cannot move on to the next stage. They can't return to the wheel. They can't be used the way they're supposed to. In terms of your study, you feel like something akin to reincarnation happens, but it is surely not a natural form of reincarnation.
Okay.
It's almost like a strange immediate and abrupt. And I will say, based on all of that and the fact you have academia lore, you remember back at the tavern, the orc bartender Eric lacked a soul, but was just a moving, functioning body. You also understand, because I believe you were the one who made rolls to understand what the fuck is going on with Christopher.
Yep, I did.
Yep, and you also
I took
definitely
a look at his
overheard.
soul.
Yep, and you also definitely overheard Strahd talking about Christopher's body. And I would say you're able to understand that not everybody is fortunate enough to be born with a soul in Barovia.
Oh.
But the bodies can function normally. And what happens to the souls, well, based on what Cardi told you, they get reused or recycled here. They don't go anywhere.
Oh. And that's not
so
natural,
It is I want to say,
according to Cardamom.
yeah, like how it's happening is unnatural. Reincarnation is natural, but it's like, you wait for a bit. In this
Right,
case,
it's not.
it's like, yeah, it's like just being, it's like the souls are being bounced around.
So I guess all of you hear me having this conversation with Cardamom in a language I don't think any of you understand.
No.
And I noticed Tiny collecting the letter. And if she will allow it, I'll take it from her so she doesn't have to carry it all the way up.
Yeah, Tiny does her best to not rip the letter, but rigor mortis is set in and this guy's clenching it. So Tiny has to like use her whole body to pry the fingers open. Yeah. She doesn't want to ruin the letter.
But does she break the fingers while she's doing
Baby.
She might break one or two and then look at it and just be like, ugh.
Oh,
I
Tiny.
can do it.
Yeah, please help Tiny. Tiny did
Oh
her
my
best.
God.
I'm already kneeling. I'm already kneeling next to the body.
Yeah, I would say it's a
Tiny.
it's a
All
good-
right.
You know,
It's a cute effort.
I got a 19
a 19
medicine
for
check,
your
which is a
medicine, yeah.
low roll for me, but I'm just like, I can't do anything about it. Someone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any like lures or feats that work with medical examinations by any chance?
Only flesh warp, only related to aberrant bodies at
Okay,
this
so-
moment.
Yeah, okay, so that would not help you with. This is just a regular dude.
Yeah.
I will say with a 19, you can tell that like stated before, they've been here for several days, and you can tell that crows specifically, birds, whatever, have been at the body.
Has this body? Does it look like through like the clothes, like any rips in the feet? Has it gone through the March of the Dead?
I would say no, and that is and that is simply because
Sorry.
this person wasn't. It's okay. Like this body and this soul. Well, this body has not been buried at
Yeah.
the temple, and because of that, it's not a part of it. So that much you understand.
Okay. Maria actually wants to try something, and not to like be so obsessive about the first thing that we experience this session. We got second level spells. She's going to sort of like kneel down to it, and as she was like sort of medically kind of examining the body and seeing the state of things and which it was in, and like maybe puts into clarification how many days it's been. I have something called Peaceful Rest. The body is gone through decay already, so I don't think I can do anything about that. But Maria wants to see how far she can test her defiance against Strahd. And with this spell, I can specifically make sure that it can never be transformed into an undead. I don't know about never, but I can prevent it also from more bugs to like consume parts of the body that might make it identifiable. So at the very least, Maria, she will kneel down. She will prepare like a little portable cone of like prepared incense, and through the spell, through her long, jagged fingernails, touches this corpse in front of her and everyone. And Ismark and Irina are totally free to like bear witness here as well. But this sheen of what does look sort of like ominous green-black energy flows into the corpse. But at the very least, the bugs seem to retreat from it. And I would love to make another sort of check here to see if that did anything successful, or if I could get like, not like a future sense necessarily, but if the spell works on the bodies here.
Okay. For that, I would say Arcana or Religion, and I say Religion solely because you're cleric.
Religion makes sense.
I like to think that Cardi is the one doing all the noise.
Yeah, he's imitating the noise of the washing machine.
It's very beautiful. Thank you, Cardi. 22.
22. All right, so you do this spell. You see that ominous energy that is your magic kind of flow in and around the body. Like, you see your magic move in up through like the nose, the mouth cavity, the eye sockets, but also kind of envelop around the body in a nice swirling circular motion. It kind of goes through rather than devouring it whole until it dissipates. And with the 22, you know that your spell has worked. This body won't... This body will function the way that your spell has it to function, which means you can protect bodies here. Not everything is untouchable in that sense, but you have it. Your spell totally does work. There is some you can protect the specific. I guess is the best way to put it.
Do I get a sense that if this body was moved to the Temple of Sarenrae's graveyard, is my spell still effective?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really incredible. And
I will say though, one more thing is I will say with that 22, you would know also because it has been several days, and this body has been essentially lost in the woods.
Yeah.
In terms of, let's say, the intactness of the soul, you're not sure about 100%. Like, you could bury them at the temple, and then perhaps a part of their soul would return. But also, it's just been a hot minute, and you would understand. I feel like this is a base level knowledge for most mages, except for Christopher, because Christopher just became one. Most mages, you would understand in terms of how magic it kind of works. Death does something to people, and that's kind of how you get things like wraiths and banshees and stuff like that. Death has done something to their soul, particularly perhaps a violent one, would almost always shatter it. So you could have fractures of souls everywhere. You may never get one completely whole. I would say, actually, and I might have to repeat this when Mandy gets back, but based on like what Ellie understands of Christopher, the fact that that didn't happen is also weird. There is something, because Ellie was able to see that Christopher's soul looked a little different. So that means there is something protecting all of it and forcing it to stay intact. So
and I'm feeling this too.
I think you would understand that, yeah, because Ellie spoke about it out loud. She was just the only one who could like see it at the time because she was like she was successful in her role and was able to study it well. And I think y'all can just start putting 2 and 2 together, you know?
Okay. Whoa. Maria, I think, has been fully explaining every step of what she's been doing so that she's not doing anything surprising again in front of everyone. And I don't think she brings it up with Christopher immediately, but I think she, like, her hand kind of, like, subconsciously goes to just, like, pat Christopher on her shoulder or wherever he's, like, decided to hang out. Whoa, okay. She looks up
He's
at...
just super oblivious.
yeah. She looks up at Ismark and Irina in particular. If only I were just a bit stronger with your father. I can provide this rest to any other bodies within my energy that day, if that's something that might put anyone at ease.
I think Ismark will just be like, you and all of you have actually done more than enough. I couldn't move him by myself. We couldn't move him. We just weren't strong enough to move him. And just getting him out of that damn house was honestly all the rest that I think he needed. Irina kind of nods at that. And kind of as all of this was happening, there has been howling. It was soft and distant in the background. And I would say now you can hear it a little bit more. I believe Aisha is the one who has the envelope now, because Aisha, did you go help?
Ellie said that she was going to do it, so Ellie has the envelope.
So Ellie has the envelope. Okay, Ellie has the envelope. You are hearing howling. It is getting closer. Would you like to stay here, or would you like to leave?
We should keep moving.
Well, the information that we were able to receive is invaluable, but I think it's all that we need from it.
You do have the letter. You can always read it when you're safer, anyways. Really quickly, Mandy, were you able to hear all of that?
Yeah, I heard everything.
Okay, that's good to know.
I guess the only question I have left before we move on is this the area where I got separated?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I do indicate that to the party as well.
I am gonna take out my weapon and travel with my weapon drawn.
Travel with your weapon drawn. I think when Ismark sees you do that, he will do the same. And you wield like a hammer and a bunch of other shit. He wields a kukri, which is really dope fucking sword. Just because she saw her brother do it, Irina's also gonna do it. And she has just skinny little rapier, kind of just it. So she looks like she knows how to wield a sword. It does not mean she has combat experience, like actual combat experience. And I think the rest of you have more actual combat experience than Irina.
Ellie has been in one fight.
Ellie has been in one fight.
One.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
Yep.
And then you travel with Christopher fucking Big Wolf.
I'm super experienced in academia.
Academia.
And that's it.
I love you, Ellie. You were homeschooled. I'm joking. You move on. Do you want to move quietly or... Quietly equals slower. Regularly equals faster.
I want to move faster.
We can move faster.
Move faster.
Yeah.
You guys just want to basically book it.
Well, not run away, but like move at a normal pace.
Now that we can identify where we are, at the very least, why not?
Yeah. Def. Which actually, now that you can identify where you are, you, Ellie,
Yes.
know that you need to. You're close to the river Ilvis, and that river is actually the river you were getting water from.
Oh.
So that means your encampment is like super close by.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we're pretty close, actually. We just have to go this way, and I indicate like the direction. Because I imagine it is probably west of where we are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pointing in that direction, like probably down a path that exists through the woods here.
Yeah. So you'll definitely where you in particular, so you want to find the river. That is like a really great indication point, because once you find the river, you'll be able to find its like crossroads, and then you know exactly where to go from the crossroads actually. So that it's like you're connecting dots.
Is it G or H where the Vistani are at?
The Vistani are at G.
Okay, so we're probably somewhere near F.
That's it's yeah, you're close to F actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're more I would say right now, as you're kind of just the whole time you were basically at D, just kind of like if you look on the map, there's just like this thick ass
There's,
woods.
like all these, yeah.
Yeah. So shit gets really weird and windy.
All right, so to clear, we have not crossed the bridge yet. We're looking for the bridge.
Yes. Wait, bridge? Yeah, I think so.
Well,
There's
was
a bridge that
by
crosses
D,
the river.
by D. So
Yeah.
are
Oh,
we
I see
Are
the
we near
bridge.
that, or did we pass
I,
that?
I would say that you kind of passed the bridge. Yeah.
So we went over the bridge already. Okay.
Yeah, you went over the bridge. Yeah.
Okay, so we are currently south of the river and we're heading west. Got it.
Yes. Sorry, on the book.
Are we at that
There's-
bend right before we reach F, where the river meets the road?
Yeah. Honestly, just if you just traveled, it would take like solid 30 minutes. You've been here at this spot for at least 15. You know, like you'll get there within the hour. And I did roll the wolves don't follow you or sniff you out in particular. So you have escaped the howling for now.
So yeah, it shouldn't take us long to get to the caravans in normal sight.
Yeah, I'm gonna travel a little bit ahead of the group so that like I'm still within shouting distance, but I'm just gonna be a little bit further up.
I'm gonna send Cardi ahead.
I think whereas y'all are traveling ahead, the person who will take the rear would be Ismark. So that way you have basically a fighter in the front and a fighter in the back. The rest of you are sandwiched in the middle. Irina will actually stay a little closer to you, Ellie, and that is solely because y'all roomed together last night. And if anything, now that's it. You're the bathroom buddy.
We're
You
friends.
are you're
I'm a
your
friend.
traveling buddy. You know, yeah. I will say, in terms of inexperience, traveling wise, you have more experience than Irina does.
Oh my god.
And I think you can kind of see it on her face. I wouldn't say she is scared per se. I would just say that she's just not confident in where y'all are going, and that's just because she hasn't left the village.
Okay.
All
I
right.
kind of look around at everybody and I look at her and I'm like, I realized that was a bit of a grisly scene. Are you doing okay?
Well, it's not my first time seeing a corpse.
Fair enough.
It's also not my first time seeing one so mangled. But it's been a while, and the smell was quite bad. I'm quite proud of myself for keeping it down.
I'm gonna give Irina the lavender perfume pouch.
Oh, are you sure?
Quite sure.
Thank you. And she's like, oh, thank God. And she'll keep the pouch very close to her person.
I'm gonna offer it to
anything else?
Ismark and see if his masculinity allows him to. That's an issue.
Well, okay. So if you offer it to Ismark, he's more so like, are you sure? Because I know you mentioned you wanted to find more of these flowers to make more perfumes.
Then it would make more sense if I were more open to the senses that are around us. Yes? I have a few.
Oh, okay. As long I just don't want to, deprive you of also smelling good.
No worries.
He's gonna take it. He's gonna smell it and he'll be like, oh, this is actually pretty fucking dope. And just like put it and just like wear it. Just like, this is nice. This is nice actually. Like if he had to choose cologne, he'd probably choose this. Like a smell similar to this, like that kind of vibe. Like okay, I fuck with this.
Oh my goodness. Sweet. Oh, we didn't open the envelope, did we?
Yeah, let's do that.
I definitely.
Do you want to open it while you're walking?
Yeah, while we're walking, I'm reading the thing.
Yeah.
Get Tiny to read
you know
it.
what? Yeah, it is because you have Aisha up in the front with.
I hand it to Tiny. Here you go. Read this.
Can Tiny read?
Not only can Tiny read, Tiny opens the letter with their tail as if it was a very engraved fancy letter opener. It's a smooth cut.
Oh
Wow, Tiny is so talented.
And actually, you will see. Tiny has no external limbs. Okay, Tiny has a snake body. So the swiftness, the smoothness of how Tiny opens the envelope, takes the letter out, unfurls it, and then puts it in a position where they can prop it on themselves and read it is actually fucking wild. That's right. Tiny was learned this whole time.
Just imagining her just like,
this.
I fucking got this, guy.
My one skill. Letter opening.
Christopher will be a little suspicious. I'm just saying. He's just like, bitch, you're learning faster than I am, and I'm not. I'm watching you. Because he does not know. He doesn't understand.
This is actually, if you guys would like to learn about pipe foxes, you could make an Arcana.
Actually, yes. I'm sure.
Yeah.
This is a flat roll.
Terrible roll.
3.
Maria, this is
14.
This is one.
This is a
handy
worm.
dandy fucking worm. Yeah, like you were just impressed that it wasn't like slimy, like she's snake body, but like fur all around the body. Honestly, kind of looked like a legless ferret. Like just. So you're just like, damn, that's cool. That's just a little guy. That's
Good job, furry worm.
I got an unnatural 20.
Dirty 20 and a 14, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you both would know that Pipe Fox is a magical type of creature. They, in particular, are actually very shy and scholarly individuals. A lot of wizards and scribes and people of the sort, they really like having pipe foxes because pipe foxes are actually very, like, academically learned. They excel, actually, in picking up things like languages specifically faster than
I had
most
no
others.
idea. I just wanted
And-
Tiny to read the letter.
Yeah. and they work best with honestly, they like if you needed a scribe, Tiny can write. Tiny can write. Tiny's penmanship is probably way better than anybody else in the party, and also faster. So Tiny's also, you'd probably guess, a very fast reader.
That's
And-
right.
I love this so much.
Yeah,
I
so
got myself a
basically-
smart one.
Yeah, basically all pipe foxes are little shy nerds.
Aw.
And their particular brand of autism has now sparkled.
So sweet.
Yeah, and this is
time to shine.
yeah,
Aw.
and so Tiny is also very good at picking up
It's tiny
details.
time.
Yeah, so she's like reading it all, and she's just like,
It looks like this letter is from Kolyan Indrovich.
Oh.
Do we know that name?
yeah, that you're traveling with his children.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Oh, my bad.
Mm-hmm. And it's this letter is to warn people from coming to the gates.
Oh,
I looked at Ismark.
Ismark will just kind of nod and be like, yeah, no, kind of. Once you sit foot past the gates, you're just really trapped here, I guess.
The body wasn't familiar to the two of you?
They like look at each other, and you kind of see them think really, really hard. For you see, this body was pretty fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
but kind of they're thinking. Cardi does this. And after that, I think you see Irina put 2 and 2 together and go, oh my gosh. I think that was Dalvin. He used to work for our father. I mean, he still did. It's just we haven't seen him around, and I thought, maybe he just went back home, took a few days off. It's fine.
well, he's definitely gone home.
Oh no. you see Irina looked to the floor like, oh my god, and I didn't recognize him, and we were like standing right. She feels bad. She puts her head in her hands like, oh, this is horrible.
Speaking from experience, once the crows get to them, they get really hard to recognize.
Certainly.
Oh. Actually, because Tiny's reading the letter, Christopher, you're probably nearby. You're gonna recognize something. Actually, do you recognize it? Do you want to make?
do
you
I?
Can make, you can make recall knowledge. Basically, either roll. You can roll perception. You could roll. I would allow society. I would allow fucking diplomacy, actually, as well. You could reroll any which stat is higher.
Sweet. I'm gonna do society, and that is a 21.
Your eyes are drawn to the wax seal, and you're studying, and you can. The weather has kind of faded. It's the mark a little bit, the seal, the actual seal part of it. So making out the image takes some time, but you study it, and then it sparks a memory for you. Back at the tavern. When you were with your party, a certain super hot man gave you a letter with the exact same seal.
Did a super hot man do that?
Yeah, you flirted a lot with this man. His name was Argyle. I believe. If you go back to the NPC gallery and scroll up, he's like the first image there.
He was not part of my initial part. Right?
No. He arrived at. You were at the tavern. You were celebrating with your party. He's the reason why you're here. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, fucker.
Is the letter that was the letter to Ismark and Irina's dad to like warn his like Ismark's family, or like who's the letter from again?
The letter is from Ismark and Irina's father.
Okay.
And the letter is quite literally not addressed to anyone. It is a warning letter.
Okay.
That was meant to be put in front of the gates.
But it was inside the envelope with the seal.
With the seal. The seal is what you recognized, Christopher, because that was the exact same seal on your letter that requested you to come to Barovia with your group.
So the natural conclusion that I can take is that those two siblings that we have are because the seal is from their dad, right?
Yeah, it is. You didn't read the letter, so you actually don't know what the contents are and who it's from. You remember that that Aragel's master needed the help of heroes to deal with wolves and other monsters.
I might. Let me look at something super fast.
Are we just watching Christopher have an existential crisis?
Yes,
Yeah,
and I don't
hope
think it
so.
will. I don't know if he will do something stupid. 1 second.
Fuck it.
You debate that. I'm gonna read this next little part because you guys have been walking the whole time, and I think I don't think Aisha would have picked a direction if she ran into a crossroads with signs just yet. So as you are walking, you come upon an old wooden gallows creek with a chill wind that blows down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beam. The well-worn road splits here, and a signpost opposite of the gallows points off in 3 directions. Barovia village to the east, that's where you came from. Sear Pool to the northwest, and Ravenloft/Vallaki to the southwest. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, whereas the southwest fork clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall with crumbling places kind of partially encloses a small point of graves that are also shrouded in the fog. And for you, Ellie, because you heard that, yeah, Cardi also lets you know.
Cardamom, please.
You know that you recognize the sign. You know exactly which way you need to go. You need to go to Sear Falls.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I will point to it, and this is the way we need to go to get to the camp.
Mm-hmm.
All right, got it.
Shouldn't take long now, right? It's not that far away.
It shouldn't be that far away. Now that you kind of have a straight shot going now, which is honestly like this. Like when I said that you didn't understand the map, that's just simply because maps are weird. But you understand like monuments, locations, pinpoints. So now you know where to go. Even if you have to veer off the road, you know where to veer off because this is like a popular place for Madame Eva to and her encampment to kind of just stay at. This is almost like low-key her place.
Yeah. I think
so,
at
like,
this point I'm like, I'm moving to the front of the group, not ahead of Aisha, probably like side by side with Aisha.
Yeah.
Just because I want to be visible when we walk up to this camp.
Okay, yes. Joe, you had your hand up?
Yes, I figured out what I want to do now. And he's gonna cast telekinetic projectile. And we'll take the seal and the letter and basically hurl it. He does it without really knowing. He doesn't understand magic, but I think he's so focused on it, he will hurl the letter at the siblings. And we'll shout, "Do you know any hot people?"
Oh
You
no! Oh my god, what
Oh,
a great
no.
place to freeze. Oh no, maybe we should take a break.
Yeah.
Joe comes back. This might be a good time.
Why are you making fun of me, Mom?
The urge I have to screenshot this, I'm doing it.
Do it. My mom's making
It
fun
was
of
so
me.
frozen for me. That was so
Oh.
horrible. Okay. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Oh, yeah, you're back. You're
This,
back.
I just want you to see where you froze at. I put it in the inline chat. You were just like,
I love that. I was ready to gear up. Anyways, yeah, so I don't know how much of that was caught, but anyways, he will use telekinetic projectile to hurl the letter at the siblings, however they will land, and shout, "Do you know any hot people?"
Okay. So pick a sibling and then you have to make the attack. Because you're using a spell, and while it's a letter,
using
it
a
is
spell.
also charged with your magic.
I will do Ismark. I will do the man. And then oh god, the one time I don't want to roll high. It's D20 plus something, right? I think it's a Constitution.
On your spell
No.
page, there's a spell attack bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be high.
That's a 4. No, that's a 16. Oh shit.
Oh, 16 to hit? Or
Yeah.
okay,
No,
you
16
do,
to hit.
Okay, so you do not hit because Ismark has
Yeah.
Thank God, I was gonna say.
jacked. But I will say for your narrative purposes, the letter will hit him on the tip, and it's just not gonna do any damage, right? Like you're able to, like you're with your magic, you can fling it so it goes where you want it to go. It's just it's gonna fizzle out, so it just lands like paper when it flies into you.
Yeah.
And kind of reflexively, Ismark's gonna put his hand over his titty, and just be like, sometimes.
Okay, well, maybe that wasn't really like a direct answer, but I mean question. But I was that letter, that seal. And he looks around a little bit in his party. He's like, I don't know how much I told you guys. Anyways, so that seal is the reason why I look like this, and I just between bro and bro, I just want to know, like, was there anybody who was looking to recruit people of talent to like go into the forest to get murked? Because I would love to know about that one. That specific instance, please.
It's gonna be Irina that actually kind of like speaks and goes, no. We weren't looking for anyone, actually. We specifically don't want people to come here.
Okay, because like I think forgive me if I'm like a little bit ready to fight, and he's just like the puppet is just like on Maria's shoulder, just like ready to fight. I just maybe he slips down. Who's to say? He's very agile.
Adjust
right now.
you back.
But I was lured into the woods when I was like dashing and handsome, and I did not leave the woods dashing and handsome, as you can tell. And that seal was on the letter that brought me here, and I just want to know what the fuck, you know?
Okay, well now like Ismark's gonna take the paper off his table and we'll look at the seal, and Irina will also look at the seal. And be
What
like,
is the seal
yes,
of?
the seal is okay. 1 second. I have it in item gallery, and it should say crest on Christopher's letter. I will copy it back in.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Just in case I put it in my chat.
Is
I
that
will
like
say
a
the
winged throne or something?
yes, and then the silver parts on this envelope seal has been like wiped off because it was outside in the dirt and stuff for so long. But Christopher, you had a very nice pristine seal,
Right.
And you did not read the contents of the letter. You just remembered this.
The contents of the letter that went before, right?
From
That read the
before.
shit.
Yes. Your letter. You didn't read it. Callum did. Your de facto party dad. Basically is the one who read it. You're pretty sure Love even read the letter before you did, because you weren't interested in that. You were like, okay, we were gonna get hired, money, cool. You were also
I do like money.
Yeah, like you enjoy money, and I believe you were also interested in getting fucked up. So like you were busy.
My priorities were clearly more importantly engaged.
Yeah, exactly. Like this wasn't on your list. You know what I mean? So you might not be able to remember all of those things, but you remember what that looks like. And like the wax seal's easy enough to remember. So
Right.
The siblings will look at it and then look at each other, and they're like talking to each other, like, are you sure Dad didn't? Like, Dad didn't tell me anything. Mark's like, Dad didn't tell me anything either, but I know he wouldn't have. No, this is we weren't looking for anybody. Like, you can all give vibe checks if you want, actually.
I will absolutely get a vibe check.
I love a vibe check.
Sure. That's a perception.
I will also do a vibe check, but I think Aisha has like doubled back a little after all of this yelling and is just like, clearly you have been through some shit. Do you think you want to maybe start from the beginning so we can be on the same page here?
Sure. So, actually, good point. So when I was not this, imagine the most handsome guy and then I kind of double it. That was me. And record scratch. You must wonder how I got here.
Is this your hair style? Like, is this any part of what you looked like before?
No.
Nothing.
I did not look like this at all. I don't know what this is. I am just here. But
Just like,
so so I was in a party. I was in a party with, and he gets a little more solemn. I was in a party with people that I trusted, and we got, after coming back from one of our raids in, I believe it was still Baldur's Gate, right?
We were in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. In Baldur's Gate, we were approached by this man who may have been as handsome as me, but whatever. We don't talk about it as much. Anyways, so he was approaching us, and he gave us a letter with that seal, with that signal on it, and one of my party members read it, and it said that we were requested to come here to help out, and I love helping the community, and I thought it would be a great way to help the community and get some money, but mostly helping the community. And so we went into the woods, and something, I don't think what I saw was right, because they the next time I woke up after the woods, I was in this body. And so all I really have to go off of is Strahd, who obviously is not reliable as much as I really, really, really want to go after her. But the other point of contact in my head that I have of recollection is that seal. And as hopefully everybody here can understand, I am quite eager to understand why I'm this. And he like stretches up his arms to show off his body on Maria's shoulder. So, yeah, I would like to know what the fuck that is.
So you didn't choose the vessel that you're in?
No, why would I choose to be insignificant when I once was significant?
She just kind of remembers what she saw on your soul.
I would say, Ellie, because you know how to do it. If you wish to refocus, it would not be like a roll. You could continue to see the magic around Christopher's vessel and the soul, and just how it kind of. I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't say Christopher's soul is trapped there. It is purposefully keeping it there. For a lack of better media touchstones. In Inuyasha, when Kikyo's soul collectors would wrap around the soul like that, that's what's happening here. Except it's not just the soul that's being grabbed, it's also the vessel. So there's a big hand grabbing it and holding all of it together. So that way, it's not.
It looks like strands of. It was red energy, right? That was wrapped around.
It was pink.
Oh, pink.
It was
Excuse
pink.
me.
Yeah, and it's specifically. It's once again, this is not like a trapping, imprisonment, confinement. You don't get that vibe at all. This is keeping it. This is the glue that is keeping it together. That is keeping Christopher's entire soul intact, so that way Christopher can keep being Christopher, but also with agency. Yeah. So it is keeping you there. Honestly, it quite lack of better terms, for your own good.
So, and you see her eyes are more fox-like than usual as she looks at you again, just like the other day. Well, even if you didn't choose it, it certainly chose you. And it's allowing you to be yourself and not lose yourself, so at least there's that. There's something holding your soul in this vessel together.
I'm sorry, and he tries to cover himself. Are you looking at me?
I'm looking at the essence of your soul. It is a nebulous ball of light. Like anyone who has a soul.
We all have a ball.
No, if that's weird or not.
I mean, if you had your body, I probably wouldn't be able to look at it quite so easily. But given my lineage, it's a little bit easier for me to look at such things.
Sure.
If you need if you need more colors, by the way, Christopher's soul is something like on those blue grays that you saw on the same that you saw on the sisters, on the fletchling sisters. So it's like the same kind of coloring, and the pink is this bright. It's bright. It not hot pink, more so like a bubble gum kind of thing, and it's just
I'm seeing it like thread in my mind, like energy thread.
Yeah, and it's just like it has such a strong hold on the soul. It almost looks effortless. Like it is not gripping too hard. But
It's
Rather,
just doing its job.
it's doing its job. Yeah, it's not fighting anything. And it's a lot of power. Actually, it's a surprising amount of power. Like if you were to like really, really just focus on that, you're fairly certain. Actually, given your academic background, and the fact that Christopher has a familiar that doesn't function the same way Cardi does. Pretty sure Christopher's a witch.
So I have that realization.
Yeah, Christopher's also not. Christopher's too dumb to be a wizard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say
It has to
Ellie
be
would
his
never say that,
personality,
but the
his sheer force
thought
of will.
is in there. Have you been able to exercise any of your powers other than just now
What
as a witch?
powers?
Witch powers.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I can't, lift stuff like I used to, but I'd say I'm still charming.
Oh, I didn't say you weren't charming. I'm just saying that is the sort of ability that you have now. Whatever your abilities were before. Those of a witch. You are a witch, Christopher.
I'm a... What?
And kind of as this happens, I'm gonna address your vibe checks first before I address what actually happens in real time. Your vibe checks were happening while this conversation was happening. Basically, Aisha and Ellie, you are both really, really like sure that the siblings, whatever they're telling you, is correct. Like they're not lying to you. They're being as forthright as they can be. They look they kind of feel just as confused. Aisha, for you in particular, something kind of rings in your memory a little bit, and you look at the bag which you keep your pendant. It's the same symbol.
Yeah.
Your pendant just has more detail. But it's almost exactly the same.
Yeah. I think is there a moment for me to like go up to Ismark?
If you wish to leave the front, because Ismark is at the back.
Yeah. I mean I've doubled back to join this talk. I feel like we've kind of paused a little.
Yeah, I would say definitely because of how the slope goes down, you guys would have to stop to talk, or else you might risk slipping. So you can definitely move to Ismark, knowing this. And then you guys get jumped.
Huh?
You get jumped.
Huh?
You get jumped.
Excuse me?
Ellie, what is your AC, Ellie?
18.
That's so good to know.
Look at my life.
All right, babes. You get jumped. You don't know what jumps you yet because we all were in the depths of a conversation,
How did my
moving
son know?
around. And well, I mean, your son can't go too far past you, and even then, if Cardi is flying ahead, that doesn't necessarily mean that Cardi can see everything. You may all roll for initiative, but I'm just gonna tell you what happens to you in particular, Ellie, as y'all are getting jumped. But Ellie, you are the equivalent of the front, as Aisha has moved further in to try and talk to Ismark, and you are getting jumped in the middle of that. Your back is turned, and a big ass wolf will sink its jaws into you.
No.
Just making your DC, by the way. So Ellie, I'm just gonna roll those dams real quick.
Me not
Ellie-
having any reaction spells. Oops.
Yep. Ellie, you will take 9 points of piercing
Oh my
damage, and you are knocked down as it stands above you. This rather large wolf.
Oh, okay. I
Four
cry
more
out
will
because now-
appear.
Oh
Yep.
fuck.
4 more will appear. So you have a total of 5 wolves at you, and you are now boxed in its kill circle.
Me.
Everybody.
All of
Everybody.
us.
Everybody. It's you're the only
Like,
one.
are they all surrounding me? Please no.
Yeah, you're the only one that is prone, you know? You're the only one on your back. Or your front, as it bit you on your back shoulder. It basically attacked you from
Like-
behind.
Jump. Okay.
Yeah, so you're on your front. Now you can all roll initiative. And I'm just gonna
Yeah, I put mine in the chat. I got an 18.
I got an 8.
12.
Goodness. Did anyone get over 20 by any chance?
Fuck off.
Okay. I forgot, I have 2 more people to roll for.
Fuck you.
Oh no. Good heavens, yay! And then there was 19. Oh shit. 19, 18. What did Christopher get? I didn't see. 16?
16.
Yeah. 16, and then one bitch got 12, and another bitch got... Oh my fucking god, actually. This is sad. Sorry, I'm just... Oh boy. You know what? You guys wanted to fight, though, right?
We got this.
Mm-hmm. Who got 18? Was it Ellie?
Yeah.
Okay. Christopher. Maria, what's your dex?
0.
Oh boy.
Plus 0. 0.
Mm-hmm. All right.
9 plus 0 initiative, which is weird because my dex is +1.
Your initiative is your perception.
Oh.
By
Does
default.
that mean... Wait. Does that mean I add +9 to my roll? Because it
Yeah.
says...
Oh.
Oh.
You add your perception to your initiative.
What were y'all
Oh.
adding before?
No, Path Builder
It
just
says
has it
underneath
weird.
it. Right
You know?
underneath it says +9. So it says my class DC, my perception, and then it says +0 initiative. So my initiative's not flat
Where are you looking?
on Path Builder.
I'll show you.
Like what
hang on.
tab?
Here, I'll take a screenshot. Do-do-do. I will post it right here. Yeah. I put a red line next to it. It says +0 initiative.
Oh, that's additionally. Like if you had an
Additionally.
additional ability that specifically gave you a boost to
So
initiative.
it's way more than 18 then.
Yeah, mine's 21.
Yeah, so the way initiative works is you roll
27.
perception or another skill. So like you could roll stealth for initiative or you could roll diplomacy for
Oh,
initiative
interesting.
if the circumstances were right.
Okay.
So yeah,
I-
so you both the +0 is only for like, you know,
It's like
if
a
you have
extra
a separate
modifier.
ability that boosts your
well, shit.
Got it.
So you both actually go way sooner.
Yeah, I have a
Wait.
27.
27
Okay.
and Maria had 21.
Let's redo all the initiative stuff. So just
Yeah.
re-ask us.
What did y'all get for initiative?
27.
21.
19.
Still 16.
I love you. Never change.
This is pretty good. It's fine.
Okay, one second. I just have to rewrite this down now because the initiative does in fact change.
Yeah.
Do we know what Ismark and Arena got?
Yeah, Ismark got a 21, Irina got a 10. She rolled very low. Oh god, Christopher, that's what I was forgetting. All right. Ellie, you are first. You are first. Thank fucking god. Because until we fixed it all, when I tell you that I was going to apologize.
Cool. I guess the let's see. That doesn't actually. Here we go. Her Alicia's powerful. Okay, I can't do that. I will do force barrage, I guess, or no, I'm lying. I'm gonna do fighting words at the wolf that's on top of me, because I can cast while I'm down, right? Or do I have to get out of this to?
You can cast.
know if it-
You can cast while you're down. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just say something like, "Get off of me, you mangy mutt," and then biting words.
Mhm.
Rather.
Do I have to make a save, or is that a
No, it's a
roll?
spell attack. Fucking hell. This seems to be my number of the day. 14 to hit.
It's not gonna hit.
And I miss.
You cast this spell, and you see Cardi does that.
Cardi, that's inappropriate.
Cardi's very late alarm goes off. And you cast your spell. You, from like the corner of your eye, you can kind of see that it hits the wolf, and it just like smoke just like goes around it. It doesn't. It fizzles out. You didn't. Perhaps it's because you're so caught off guard that
Yeah.
you're just not able to properly posture yourself for such a spell.
Am
You
I
do
able?
have one more action though.
Am I able to get up?
So you can. It it only knocked you down. It didn't grab you. So yes, you can. It does not have an attack of opportunity, but you can't move away. I would say
That's fine. I just want to
actually
get
no.
up.
You could move away in theory. It's an action to get up, right?
I think so.
Standing
right?
is one action.
Standing is
Yeah.
one action. So yeah, you would still be locked into melee with it, but you can
Okay.
get up.
That's fine.
And that would be
yeah.
it. Yep.
Okay, that's it for me.
Now I apologize. It is your wolf's turn, Ellie. And now that you're face to face with this very, very large wolf, excuse me, you can see and understand that this wolf is so much bigger than what attacked y'all at Maria's camp when you first met. This is a wolf on steroids. This is a jacked wolf. I feel like you know what a dire wolf is. So, that is what you are, and it gives you a smile before attacking you once more. Actually, it gives you pretty much the most dastardly little smile you can
And
have.
fuck you, Strahd.
As it's now that it's like you can see it, you are nimble enough to dodge the first attack, but it's still 2 more actions. I don't think you're gonna dodge the second one. What was your AC again? 18?
Yeah.
Okay, so 22 would definitely hit you.
Hey, how about
going
not?
to-
How about you not? How about you don't do that?
It wants a little taste of fox. Holy shit. You're gonna take 14 points of piercing damage with this bite, and it is going to change its move from knocking you down to grabbing you.
You're gonna kill me in like
Lord.
1 hit.
Yep.
You're literally gonna kill me right now.
Yep. I'm sorry.
I got
were
you.
in front of it.
Don't worry.
It's that's all that's all that's left. But it bites down on your arm, and you can feel its teeth sink into you. It has a nasty grip on you, Ellie. And then its friend is going to attack. Its friend's going to jump Maria. Maria, this is a very large wolf that's coming at you. Could you please tell me what your AC is so that way I can do the math accordingly?
My AC is measly. It's 15. Something I forgot to mention upon rolling initiative as well is that because of level 3, my instincts kick in and kink. Oh my god. Retake. My instincts kick in and I will take on a more aggressive stance. My changed shape is now in effect. So everyone just sort of sees a more beastly, I think maybe even taller on haunches, Maria, like fangs more visible, nostrils flared. And it's not that I have any intimidation whatsoever, but just like suddenly she attempts to mimic back this wolf's smugness, aggression. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it's only a 15.
I would definitely say this wolf that is going after you holds a very familiar, haughty confidence. It's also smiling. I don't know, have y'all seen the Sphinx from Dragon's Dogma 2? It's giving you one of those smiles. Big, bright eyes, orangey eyes. Its teeth are just so peculiar in shape. The wolf will reach out like twice. The first completely missing you as you're just so much bigger, and if you like jump from haunches to all fours, you're able to kind of maneuver it. But the second time it'll bite you in the back of your hind leg actually, and it will do 10 piercing damage, and it will also grab you. So now two of you are grabbed. by said wolves.
I can do a reaction, correct?
Yes.
So, blood vendetta.
Oh yeah,
This is piercing damage.
This is piercing damage.
Okay. The spell says I curse the target, punishing it for having the audacity to spill my blood. In Maria version, it's a smiling wolf with a like sickly familiarity to her bites me near my ass, and Maria just sort of says, God, what does she even say? Like, not there. And then just suddenly, like, this huge reaction of blood, something surges within her, and she is going to the wolf in front of me, or the wolf that bit my ass, needs to do a will save.
And so that's a sentence. Will save.
Not there.
Not there.
What's your DC?
My DC is 19. Bitch.
Okay. Yeah, 15. I fail.
Okay.
Wolf failed.
It's gonna be 2d6 persistent bleed damage. But it was that was a failure, so you'll take the full persistent bleed damage, and until the bleeding stops, target has weakness 1 to piercing and slashing.
Okay.
That is 6 bleed damage.
Now I have a question for you in terms of the persistent damage. Would you, because I personally don't care, would you like to roll the persistent damage? Basically means every turn.
It can just be average.
Or every round. I was like, if you want to average it out to like just keep it at 6, that's fine. If
we'll keep it at 6.
Or you could keep rolling, but yeah, if you want that, that's good too. Your blood does something super weird, Maria.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, your blood does something really weird. As you draw it, it's drawn. Your blood in particular is a much deeper red than what you are used to seeing. Its texture is not as fluid as everybody else's. It's almost like it's a little sludgy. It oozes in a certain way. But your blood does something weird. And it bites back. It turns into teeth and it bites back. And the wolf is not smiling anymore because I think you weirded out the wolf.
I'm weirder, bitch.
You ever like in a true like animal reaction, just what the fuck? As it does in fact hurt it, you do see it take quite a decent amount of damage from your blood biting back.
Do you ever just out weird a wolf? That's crazy.
Evidently.
Mm-hmm.
So the as a reminder, y'all, the wolf in front of me has 1 weakness to piercing and slashing. So.
Mm-hmm. Wolf that is on it doesn't let go of you, by the way, Maria.
It's still on me.
It will still be on you, yes. It still has you. You're still grabbed in that sense, and then you can later on make an athletics to try and escape from it, however you'd like. But yeah, your poor drained condition. But as like a heads up, the wolf that is biting Maria, that's the one. It's Ismark's turn. Ismark's like, what the fuck? And he this is gonna be kind of fun because I have Ismark built in a very fun way. You're going to see Ismark go for the wolf that is closest to Irina, which is ironically also the one that is closest to him, and you kind of see him pull a combat grab as he's just gonna straight up wrestle a wolf. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, no, he has to make a full attack first. 1 second. 1 second. He's gonna nat 20 it. He's you see him. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you see this man. You see Ismark. He's a very I think he is a very sweet and gentle person. So with there is a particular level of skill that he uses to basically swoop under the under one of the wolves, and he just full on like grabs it he grabs it like he's trying to hold the wolf up with just his arms alone, and then he spins and slams it on itself, so now he's pinned the wolf entirely. This wolf takes a fat amount of damage, actually. I'm gonna pull out a calculator because I can't do all of this math mentally. I'm not built for this. It's 3.
Let's fucking go, Ismark.
And the wolf, and he's got the wolf put down in such a way that his weight plus like kind of like an arm choking the wolf, and then his big ass hands clamps down on the mouth, so the wolf can't bite either, and it's just kind of like a huge power struggle there. And he is gonna do like one more thing. I think he can do one more thing.
Holy shit.
It'll count as with attack penalties, but he's going to try and basically just he's on top. If you've ever seen what an MMA fight looks like, he is on top. So he has a free arm, and that free arm has the kukri. So he's just gonna try and stab it at the side and just prison style shank it, while holding the wolf down with also one hand, so it cannot scream for help. And he has to take attack penalties, but maybe he can do it. Maybe he can do it. What is... I gotta do math for a second. My bad, y'all.
Okay, but why is Ismark kind of hot, though?
Because it's an NPC that Aki drew, so...
He's a good boy.
Jesus Christ. What did I roll? Okay. Oh yeah, he'll hit once. So he gets 1 stab in. For like 9 points. So he basically just jumping on getting jumped. The wolf that is underneath him looks real bad, y'all. It's bleeding out. There's guts. There's fur. It's trying to whine, but it can't. It's completely like at his mercy. And now it's Maria's turn. Jesus Christ.
Woo! Okay. I'm gonna go over to Ellie isn't so far away from me that I can't touch her, right, Aki? I was just behind her anyway.
Yeah, you were just behind hers. Well, actually she was behind you. So you're in front of her.
Oh, okay.
I would say that she's within touching distance.
Okay, great.
Yeah, like if you, especially because you're bigger now, right? So like you can like reach and touch her.
Great.
Mm-hmm. But you yourself to move, like if you need to move further, that'll be more difficult.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that I don't need to move further than where I'm at.
No, you can probably reach. I would say you can reach and touch Ellie. So if it's a 1 action heal, yes, you can do that.
Great.
For Ellie only.
Yeah.
And yourself objectively, but yeah.
I'm going to use one of my focus spells to lay on hands, Ellie. You are going to get 12 hit points back, and you are also going to get a +2 to your AC for a round.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay, +2 to AC for 1 round.
Okay, so that's my one thing. And I'm trying to... How many actions would it be to get this fucker off of me?
It would depend. So it's one action to make one attempt. So if you fail the
Okay.
first time, you can try a second time. And I believe it's an athletics roll against their warped DC. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So athletics. My athletics is not
Yeah,
good. So do I have a thingy? Hang on. Okay, I have guidance. What is guidance? Guidance is one thing. One action.
Guidance is one action. You can guidance yourself and then do that.
Yeah, okay. It's only a +1, but it might be more than
You
something.
would be surprised. +1s go a long way in
Totally,
Pathfinder.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself again. I think with the the slow blood flow of my blood, the guidance sort of takes on maybe a similar strange, like, to me it feels like a pulse of like this almost armored blood layering around like the organs in my body. And I'm gonna try and get this wolf off of me. That's a 19.
19 plus 1, so 20 or
A 19 altogether.
19 altogether? Yeah, meets it, beats it. I'll give, yeah, you just make it to...
These wolves have a 19. Okay, cool.
Yeah, to basically kick it off is what I'm imagining you're doing as it bites. As it bit your lower arm, you kick it off. And it's... you kind of see that the wolf takes its time to lick the blood off of its teeth, like your blood off of its teeth, and it's got its it's got its sights locked on you.
I do too,
that's
bitch.
The whole turn, right?
Yeah. It's hilarious to see this like bigger monster version of Maria, but still her voice just kind of comes out and says, "I don't like that."
Next it's the wolf that is completely pinned by Ismark, and if you want to know what it's doing, it's trying to get out. And it takes all 3 actions for it to somehow wiggle out of Ismark's insane grasp. It like bites a little bit of his of Ismark's hand. It's more like a nip, really, as Ismark had a huge, like a very good grip on keeping its jaws closed. But that little nip was enough for Ismark to jerk his arm back just a little bit, and so the wolf, being big enough, can wiggle out. But that is the whole turn for Wolf 3. Wolf 4 is gonna jump Aisha.
Alicia.
Sorry, I'm thinking of the ship name. Wolf 4 will jump Aisha, because that was, I would say, there were 2 wolves at the back, and it chose you, Aisha.
Cardi?
How much laundry are you doing?
My mom does all the laundry today. All of it. So that's multiple loads, 4 people, and then
Party's
we separate our load
inappropriate
by color.
beeping in the middle of battle.
Aisha, what's your AC?
20.
20. Okay. One attack is going to hit you. The first completely, like, once again misses. The second, it is able to like, I don't know, swipe at you, and you're going to take 11 points of piercing damage. and then it will also grab you, completing its turn.
Okay.
And now it's your turn.
All right. So, point of order. These wolves are living. These are not undead wolves.
These are living wolves. They're just a little too happy to be here.
And are all of them dire wolves or just the one attacking Ellie?
They are all dire wolves. They are all pretty big.
Got it. Well, first thing I'm going to do, this one that grabbed me, I'm going to hit it with my hammer. So that is 20 to hit.
Yeah, you get your hit.
Only 6 points of damage. I rolled bad.
You still clonked it. You know what I mean? Little dazed, but it's you see it blink a little bit, but like if anything, its jaws kind of grip a little bit tighter on you.
Well, then I'm gonna hit it again. I'm gonna use my hero point on that roll. Well, 10's not gonna do it.
No, it won't. But you don't like critically fail either, so that's a good. That's. I think after hitting it like that twice, you're getting the idea that if the more you hit it, the more the harder it's gonna fight you in terms of like keeping you in its grasp. You are able to. You're a professional. You would understand that these wolves are definitely a lot smarter than regular ones. They are separating you all on purpose.
Well, I'm grabbed and I don't cast spells, so guess what? Third action, swing again.
When in doubt, keep swinging.
That's a nat 20.
Beat its ass.
Well, so it's a nat 20, but I roll a 21 total. Which, as long as 21 still hits, that's still a crit.
20, yeah, no, you crit, don't worry.
Okay. So it's 22 points of damage.
Holy shit. What does this swing look like?
I think it's just got me at such an angle. I just, like, both hands on the handle raise the hammer, like, up behind my head, and I just bring it down on its spine.
That is definitely enough to make it whimper and let you go, especially on a nat 20. It will open its mouth to cry out in pain. There is a satisfying pop when you come down on it. So I would say that you've also made a little weak point for it. It doesn't look good though. It looks
Cardi.
looks like it's got scoliosis at this point.
Artie, now you're just being rude.
Christopher, it's your turn. I would say that you are no longer on Maria, who is on all fours. I will say that you definitely are not knocked prone or anything like that. Like you were able to kind of like do the equivalent of a
gently got him down. Yeah.
Or do like a link dodge roll and you're back on your feet. You know, like one of those things.
Right.
No.
I think for one, I will ride Tiny. I will mount Tiny, because I feel very unsafe by myself as a little puppet.
I'm gonna say because you weren't riding Tiny before, that will take an action. So one action, and then you have two more.
That's fine. Okay, two more, and I think I will use Phase Bolt is 2 actions, and
yes.
All right, cool. And he will cast Phase Bolt.
That's a spell attack, I believe. So
Yeah.
yeah. Which wolfie do you want to hit?
Which one looks the most bloodied?
The one that Aisha is currently beating the shit out of.
Okay.
Honestly, that one and the one that Ismark also beat. They are very close. They look bad. They look weary.
I think he will go for the one that Aisha is then fucking up. Okay. That is a 21 to hit. Did I do that right?
Yeah. Okay, 21 will hit. Please roll that
Sweet.
damage.
I think Phase Bolt is like one. How much is it? Make a ranged spell attack roll against your target's AC. If they're gonna reduce the bonus on a success, deal 3d4 piercing damage. Okay. That's 11. 10.
10.
Mm-hmm.
This wolf is on its like last legs. As what does it look like as you shoot this thing?
On the back of Tiny, I think Christopher, distraught seeing his party members in agony as it brings him flashback to his previous party and his previous groups, I think he in haste will just point at the wolf that Aisha is like desecrating and just be like, we should go over there. But the moment he like does that gesture, like a bulge just like flies out of his finger unbeknownst to him and hits.
Yeah. And I think
I would.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was about to say, I think the bolt also, and obviously like you can retcon this, but I think the bolt might actually be like a pinkish red color given the grasp on his soul and the source of his magic. I think all of his magic will have like a pinkish tint to it.
Yeah. That sounds dope. So you see this pink bolt of like energy kind of just fire from your finger, and like you're made out of wood, so like it's even smoking a little bit. You're not on fire or anything like that. It's just like holy
Right.
shit. You yourself understand the like the magic, the power that's come out of you, and I think you actually are able to precisely hit the weak point that Aisha kind of created along its spine. As you you see your bolt kind of just, rather than shoot a straight shot, it actually curves up and over to like slam into it on the side. So it's sort of like your magic is responding to your adventuring experience, because you are still a hero. You're just in a different body right now. And you know what fucking direwolves are. Actually,
Sure do.
Actually, in your previous body, this would have been no real issue for you. Is another thing I'd like to point out. You're just kind of
rub it in there.
You're just kind of like, what are these fucking level, like early party level threats, please? Like, and you
has a little finger gun. Oh my god, he can do it in a finger gun. Too much power.
You can do it in a finger gun, yes.
The ultimate bisexual power, finger guns.
Yeah. Pew 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 pew.
Now the last wolf. This wolf was a part of its kill circle, but it's actually watching y'all. Nobody's gone after it, and it's just gonna stay where it is and watch and study you all.
I love how we collectively just forgot about one wolf.
I forgot nothing. I had a wolf on my foot.
This one will then take its last action to actually leave he goes back into the forest after studying you all. It's Irina's turn. Irina has been very fiercely protected by her brother, but she sees an opening, and she's going to make an attack. Specifically, she's going to do a precise strike. So let's just hope this bitch can hit. Oh yeah, you see Irina kind of like take her time getting into a stance to just kind of move in, and she's also going to take advantage of this and just straight up do her confident finisher, which should still work. I've never played a swashbuckler.
Is she a swashbuckler?
Before.
Oh my god,
She's a
is she a swashbuckler?
She's a swashbuckler.
Oh my god.
Maybe being gay. So just
Mimi is
pardon
now in
me
love.
for a second. Pardon me for a second, because she's kind of just putting it all into one move that she is sure that she can do, if that makes enough sense. And she's actually gonna go after the one that y'all been beating, so the one that Aisha and Christopher have been beating. And you kind of see her get into a fencer's stance, and she does a lunge, and the lunge pierces the wolf directly in the same spot, the same weak spot. And Aisha, you can see her run, like you see her take her other hand to kind of add more weight as she just pushes it fully through, and the wolf is dead. She's gonna spend her last action to pull the sword out, as it's fully in there, and my girl simply does not pull her sword out. It's stuck, but there is one wolf gone. As high key, she did just enough to get to 0. That's Irina. It's back to you, Ellie. Ellie.
Okay.
You're in the danger zone still.
Yeah. I'm still being like grappled by this direwolf, right?
Yes, I believe it did grab you. Yes.
How many actions is it to break out of that?
It's as many actions as you want it to be. So like if you roll once and you're able to meet the DC or beat it, then that's 1. But if you wanted to spend your whole turn, like let's say you just can't do it, you could spend your whole turn doing that. That's what the wolf that Ismark had.
Okay, I'll try once, and if not, then I'll just cast a spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't go wrong.
So I just roll. What do I roll for that?
Athletics.
The one thing I'm not good at.
I think
Let's go tiny bard.
I think you can roll athletics or unarmed attack if your unarmed attack is better.
Mhm.
I don't know where that is on my sheet.
I'm just gonna assume that it's not.
I don't think I have.
I don't know. You're a kitsune. I don't know if you had like a bite or something, but
Yeah, if you have a bite or a scratch.
I think I have to be in my kitsune form to have that.
Oh, I see.
fair enough.
I think, because it's not on my sheet anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That is not gonna do it. I don't think.
What's
No, I got a 10.
No.
Okay, cool. I'm going to phase bolt this thing right in the fucking face. So it's a spell attack plus 8. I point my finger and project a bolt with magical energy. Against the AC, blah, blah, blah. If they have any bonuses to AC, it's reduced by 2 for this attack. Oh! That is... 12 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I had to math for a second, so that's 4d4 piercing damage. Okay. Ooh, not great. That's 6 piercing damage.
666 club.
Truly.
This is a 6 club. You deal your damage. It takes it like a champ. It does have a nice little smoking dot, because you could point blank it, you know what I mean? So it does have like a smoking dot on its forehead. However, it's its turn.
To pause super quick. I know, Joe, you gotta go in 2 minutes.
You're muted.
Unmute.
Muted.
Sorry, the party for my cousin is like from noon to 3, so if I can leave within like the next 15 minutes so I can get ready and head over there, that would be great, because then
I'm
it's like
trying
1
to-
p.m. here.
Yeah, I'm trying to end it in 15 minutes, and I think
Okay, sweet.
that will end in 15 minutes. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Absolutely, like no like hard rush or anything. Thank you for looking out, Josephine, for that, but it's more of a thing of like I just want to not be late for
Yeah.
too late, I guess, for that. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Nasty Wolf's turn. I need you to make me a fortitude save, Ellie.
Great. I love that for me. That is gonna be a dirty 20.
Oh, you're good. So the wolf starts shaking you, basically. And it spins you around for a bit. And you're going to take
Cardamom, help!
You're going to take only 4 points of damage from the shake, because you were able to beat that DC. However, as it sees that
Cardamom, help.
it's not doing like what it wants to do with you.
Okay.
It realizes you're much lighter
Oh no.
than you look. And so the wolf is going to start dragging you away.
Oh.
No!
Oh my god.
I will allow you to make I would allow you to make something like a fortitude or reflex save to try and hinder it, but it's going to spend 2 actions basically pulling you away.
I'll take the reflex, please, because that's better.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20 plus 8, 28.
Okay. So it is trying to pull you, okay? And you recognize, you make that eye contact, you know exactly what it's trying to do. And so you start angling your body in ways to make it harder.
I'm like digging my heels into the dirt and the mud and the stones, and I'm like yelling for cardamom and yelling for the party.
There is a pole for the crossroads nearby. I think you just straight up angle your body so now you're hooked onto the pole, and the wolf.
I like hook my free arm around it.
Yeah, and it's trying to pull you, and you know this pole is actually very firmly in the ground. As you're doing.
I'm making all kinds of. I'm freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. I think Cardi is also making all kinds of noise. So for the rest
Washing
of y'all,
machine noise.
it's not a. Yep. For the rest of y'all, you know exactly what's happening to Ellie, and you know where Ellie is. So like, basically, if you didn't roll that high, it was gonna take you quietly. Is what would have happened here. Okay.
I'm scrimming.
But you're not.
That's
You're
so
screaming bloody
scary.
murder. Oh yeah.
I'm scrimming. I'm projecting my little voice.
Maria's wolf's turn. It's gonna try and do the same thing. So it's gonna first try and roll to see if it can roll you around. So you can make a fortitude save.
I'm great at that, bitch. Oh yeah, that's a 28.
tries to shake you around, that doesn't happen. You are unmovable for it. So it's instead of, because it can't shake you and it can't really do it, it's gonna try and bite you again to grab you at a different angle. And your AC was 15?
It's only 15, yeah.
Oh, okay. It just one under. It tries to snap its jaws at you, and you just move your foot away. That's basically all it can do. Because it's, I don't know. Yeah. Can it?
It only did 2 things.
It only did 2 things. But it's fine. If you keep swinging, if you keep attacking, you get attack penalties.
That's right.
So I'm just like, yeah, that's why it's like the third swing is like usually a -8 to -10. So it's like, can you hit that? And unless you're Aisha who nat 20s it, the answer is usually no. So this one is a no. In fact, it kind of critically fails as it like bites again, and maybe it bites itself a little bit.
It happens.
Like it bites its own tongue. It's like,
oh no.
It does still take because you're still bleeding though, right? So it does still take another of that
6
damage.
bleed damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's it looking?
It looks like it can keep going.
Okay.
But it's smart. Okay, so it's smart. These are very clearly intelligent creatures that's coming at y'all.
They
trying to do
fucking
things
smile.
to you.
It's nasty.
But it's not. Bro, blood don't do that normally. And so, because blood doesn't do that normally, it keeps forgetting that your blood has teeth. So, when it happens again, it quite literally gives you, like, the vibes of, what the fuck?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's just like, wait a minute. Something here is a little wrong. And I think it's you?
What's your deal?
I don't know.
What's your major malfunction?
I'm trying to find that out too.
It is the world's most handsomest boy's turn though. And
Christopher?
God, his Ismark. But
Yeah,
Christopher
Ismark.
is here, you're correct. My bad. Okay, second most handsomest boy is Mark.
Thank you.
Debatable in current
Saved.
form.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, damn, I gotta remember. Ismark could have hit the wolf a 4th time. When
Say
the
that to
wolf
his face!
When the wolf got
Well, he would say
out
that
of
to your
him.
face.
He would.
She thinks Ismark is cute.
Alright. I think what Ismark is going to just do, Ismark is going to do a vicious swing to try and finish off this wolf. Because it would be 2 attacks, basically. And he'll only get, like, 1 of them. That might be enough. It might not be enough, actually. He might have to attempt a 3rd. It's not enough. He's gonna attempt a 3rd. It's gonna suck. But that dog sure do swallow. Nat 20. Okay, yeah, Ismark's gonna kill 1.
Fuck yes.
That wolf over there. It takes all 3 of his actions. But just he basically stabs the wolf enough that it becomes a sponge. It's Maria's turn.
Let's go. We're gonna cast Admonishing Ray. To
Okay, Mom
wolf's exactly. To wolf creep that is still attacking me. the trigger here is just literally like, we're gonna have enough of that, and I'm gonna make a spell attack roll against it. That's gonna be a 19 to hit, which I think is just.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's 1 over actually.
1 over. Okay, great. It's gonna do the kindest, nicest lady's voice, and then all of a sudden, a spell of blood that feels like it's biting you from some strange green and black sludge source punches it in the face. And that's 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Was this the one that also had a weakness to? This is the one that you've been fighting, right?
Yeah, it's only piercing and slashing, unfortunately.
It's only piercing. Okay, that's good to know. So 9 more points.
And I have one more fucking thing that I can do. Is anybody super hurt?
Ellie.
You're still hurt? Okay, you're in my range of
get
touch,
fucked up.
so that works great.
Am I still, even though I got dragged?
Oh, you're dragged.
I was dragged
you could-
away.
You nat 20'd it, so I would say yes because
Okay.
like it's nat 20. I'll give you that. Right?
Okay.
So I would say you're still there, and
I'm just a little bit further
Maybe
away than
I'm
I
like
was.
I'm elongated a little bit enough. I can touch your toe or something.
yeah, it would be like
Grab my tail,
it would be like before.
flicking
be
around
like-
all over the place. I'm freaking out.
It would be like before, where like I would say that you were able to touch Ellie without Ellie having to extend her arm. Now Ellie's like holding on with one and extending the other because it's the legs that are getting pulled, like that kind of vibe.
Okie dokie. And my healing is crazy right now. Hang on. In order for it to be heightened, I would have to have it in a heightened.
You would have to prepare it. In
I
a
would have.
slot higher,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So it's only going to be 1d10, but I will
It's still
prepare
a
it.
D10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's huge. Yeah.
That's dope.
That's gonna be 9 hit points back to you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Actually, wait, is this your healing font?
This is my healing font. Yeah.
No, I think your healing font is always the highest you can cast. I will confirm that, but I think
I'm fair. Yeah. No, it should be if it's healing font.
Oh, it's auto heightened. Sorry. So that
Yeah.
was
Do it again.
that was
Yeah.
9, and then that's a 7. So that is 16 points back to you, Ellie.
Okay, I'm back up to full.
Fuck yeah.
More than full. I got an extra 1 in there that that fell off. You gave it to Cardi, and he makes a little washing machine sound.
It is Aisha's turn now. Aisha, the immediate wolf threats within your vicinity are gone. Gone as in they're dead. But you obviously know what's going on with Maria and Ellie.
Immediate
Yeah,
wolf
I
threats
think-
Straight up
in your
see
area.
Ellie.
yeah,
I'm, like,
Aisha.
scorned.
Yeah, Aisha like looks off into the woods at like the wolf that fled and is like doing mental calculations, and then Ellie just starts like screaming, and you see like there's this moment of debate where it's like, yeah, she needs my help. So how far is Ellie from me right now? Like
It would
roundabout?
like ease like one action to get to her, and you'd still have enough to like basically if it successfully dragged Ellie off, you probably would be able to reach her.
All right. So with one stride, can I be flanking the wolf?
yes, absolutely.
So yeah, I'm gonna flank and go for a vicious swing.
My fighters and their vicious swings.
That's a 24.
Yeah.
So let me quick math. It's only gonna be 14 points of damage.
You heard it good though. It didn't have much. Like I think out of all the wolves, this was the healthiest one in combat. So you do a pretty good amount on it, actually.
All right. So then, yeah. That vicious swing is 2 actions, so I am now just like basically standing so that the wolf can't drag Ellie without going past me.
Yeah. I think it makes eye contact with you, and it growls a lot more because let's just say this wolf was confident and now the wolf is annoyed.
Yeah, how about you pick on somebody your own size?
Speaking of someone that is absolutely not its own size, Christopher, it's your turn.
All right.
You don't necessarily have to move because magic range-wise, you should be able to hit basically everything on this map.
Perfect. I will. I will do. I think I can do Grim Tendrils, which is, I think, area attack. Tendrils. 1 second. I wanted to do Phase Bolt again, and then I rethought my entire plan.
Well, I mean, it's a
30-foot
cantrip,
line.
right? You can keep doing cantrips. You have telekinetic projectile that also works. Basically exactly the same as Phase Bolt. Phase Bolt just goes past, bonus AC.
Yeah, I think I will definitely do Facebook. I will also use Grim Tendrils, and it will be on the wolf that is dragging Ellie away, or that is there in that vicinity, to stop it.
I feel like if you took a couple of steps, you could probably hit both wolves.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
Because
Perfect.
it's a 30-foot
let's
line,
do that.
right?
Yeah, it's 30 foot.
Yeah, so if you take 1 action to move, and then I believe Grim Tendrils is 2, right? 2 actions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Take 1 action to move, Grim Tendrils 2, you can definitely hit both wolves.
Cool. Then great. Christopher on Tiny will do 2 steps and target both wolves then.
Do I gotta, is that a
2D
spell attack roll, or is it a save?
Saving throw fortitude.
Fortitude,
So it's a
okay,
saving
for
throw.
me. I will make them for both. That's a fail. For sure. Oh shit, they both fail. Wait, what's your DCs? I need to check if it's a crit fail or not.
Where DC.
Spell
or shit.
DC.
18?
Yeah. Okay. It's not a crit fail, but they certainly do fail. So,
Sweet.
Yeah, that's full damage.
And that is 6 in damage because it's 2d4. And 1 persistent bleed damage.
Okay. And it's for both of them. Both of them are receiving 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's still pink, right? But they're more tendrily, just shoots
Pink
through
tendrils.
them. Yeah. And you land it goes right through them. It's gross. But you do your hit. It's Irina's turn. My poor girl. There's not much she can do. But she does have a crossbow, actually, so she's just gonna start taking some shots from a distance because her rapier's stuck in the wall. Don't worry, this should end soon. And if it doesn't, then it does, in fact, go back to Ellie's turn. Yeah.
So my number 1 question is, if I cast Thundering Dominance on Cardamom, is he able to get to said wolf and cast Thundering Roar, excuse me?
Yeah.
Is he close enough to be able to do all those things? Because he shares actions with me, so...
Yeah,
okay, cool.
So Cardamom hasn't really left your side.
Okay.
It's just they're kind of flying over you, so wherever you are, Cardamom basically is there too, so yes. Yeah, for
okay,
sure.
So I will cast Thundering Dominance on him. And so he is shrouded in a powerful predatory aura. He has a +1 status bonus to intimidation checks, blah, blah, blah. But the important thing is now as his action, he can do Thundering Roar, which is he just unleashes like this very, very loud sonic like boom sound. It says 10-foot emanation. I don't know if I can have that so that it only hits the wolf. If I can have him do it in such a way that it doesn't hit myself or
Cardi-
Aisha.
Yeah, Cardi can fly, so
Is emanation like circumference or?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was a circle. It doesn't say cone or line or anything like that. It just says
think
emanation.
10-foot radius.
radius.
Okay.
Okay.
To take 4d8 sonic damage with basic will save. So it has to make a will save.
What does it have to beat?
It says my spell DC,
I think
so
yours is
18.
Oh, 18.
Okay,
Yeah.
it will fail.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, that's 4d8. 5, 10, 13, 15 points of sonic damage. It's also frightened 1 because it failed its will save.
That's really good to know. It is barely standing. Is barely standing. Can't do much.
Okay, I need to really soon head out.
Yep. Nope. The dice are in your favor right now. It can't do anything. It actually cannot do anything. So that wolf is done. Maria, you're gonna take 10 more points of biting damage,
Jesus
and it's gonna grab
Christ.
you. And it's Mark's turn. He's just gonna run up. Yeah, he'll finish that wolf because that wolf literally had 6 left. So Ellie's wolf is dead. Maria, it's your turn.
How many wolves are there? And
Just yours.
just mine? Jesus Christ.
Just yours. Yeah, y'all ganged up on Ellie's wolf. Ellie's wolf took a big ass beating suddenly. It couldn't even react. That's how bad the beating was.
Okay. Just another admonishing ray. So let me see. That's gonna be a 26 to hit.
You hit.
Let's use some better d6s, I guess. Okay, yeah. So that's gonna be 9 bludgeoning damage. Again, a very stern, don't do that. Could I retroactively give myself guidance to no, never mind. With my last one, I can't imagine anyone else is around me that's within touch range.
Aisha's is up next. Yeah, no. You yourself are within touch range. so
You know
can heal
what?
yourself.
Why don't I give myself some healing? I have not thought about healing her, despite her being at 18 hit points. So let's do that.
Mhm.
So I just give myself a nice touch. I
Aisha, you are next, by the way.
I give myself 15 back, and then that's all that I do.
Aisha, high key, this wolf is very killable for you. I think you could do it in 1.
I believe it.
Seeing these fighters, I really believe it.
All right. So let's go for that vicious strike. That's a 28 to hit while flanking.
Yep. 28 to
With-
hit, that's a crit.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to be another 22 points of damage.
Dead.
God,
how would you
22.
like that?
I basically just like baseball swing and just smack this thing in the side and send it flying into a tree.
Baseball swing you do. This wolf goes flying. And you are all out of initiative as something else comes from the forest to greet you. But we can find that out.
No,
next
actually, I
time.
have so much time now. I have all of the time. Actually, you should go into that. You should actually tell us what the fuck that is.
No.
No, I won't. That'll be next time.
Mm.
As you, I don't know. I don't think it's done with you yet.
It? What do you mean it?
You'll see.
No.
You already know me. I've been me. So, if the rest of you would like to make some plugs, let's go back in order. Joe.
Hi. I won't forget to introduce myself at the end again. My name is Joe. I go by they, them pronouns. You can find me everywhere on the internet under Sugi_Joe, and sometimes it has a 7 because that name for some reason was taken. I think it's quite unique, but like whatever. I don't have anything really to plug because the things that I could plug aren't like big things or that I can talk about, but you should check out the other lovely fellow people on this team and make sure that you stay in contact with them because they're all very, very great and talented. Unless of course you want me, to see me ramble about Christopher, then like you can come to my Twitter and see me ramble. But otherwise, follow the others. Do everything actually. Okay, bye.
Josephine.
Hello, I'm Josephine at Scary Dog Friend. I've been your nameless domain co-producer over here. Have been Maria, and you can find all my projects over on nameless domain, just as likely, and Bad House RPG.
Mandy.
Sorry, my dog is barking. Hello, everybody. I'm Mandy, or TheMandii, as you know me all over the internet. You can also find me on Magi RPG probably multiple nights a week at this point, depending on when this airs. And yeah, I have been Ellie, your screaming, super weak little kitsune bard. That's me.
Mimi.
Hello, I am Mimi, also known as Michelle Jones. You can find me most places on the internet at Alesha Kills. That's ALESHAKILLS. If you want to know more, Google me.
And that's us. That's been us. Please join us back next week as we figure out what else I'm gonna throw at the party who kept begging for combat. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.